going to do a French seam and a fake French seam. Both of these seams are used on a garment that would be a sheer fabric that you will actually see the seam allowances through the garment, something like organza, in which you can see the seams. French seam you would use for curved areas, and the fake French you would use for straighter areas like side seams and that type of thing. We do the combination of the two because the fake French is much easier than it is the French. So this is what we're going to do with the French and the fake French. We'll do the French first. Just as with the flat felt seam, we put the wrong sides together with the French seam. And we're going to use 1/4 inch seam allowance to start. We're going to sew 1/4 inch with our edges together. Now 1/4 inch is basically the width of the presser foot. So we're going to use the width of the presser foot as our guide. And I'm using a regular stitch. Keeping my edges together, I'm sewing 1/4 inch. Now I've sewn 1/4 inch, and I have another 1/4 inch because we use 1/2 inch seam allowance. I have another 1/4 inch that I can sew now with my wrong sides together. So I have right sides together now. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to trim this down to about 1/8 inch. So I've cut that in half. I have my 1/8 inch I've cut off. What I would do next is this. This is the wrong side then. And I'm going to put the right sides together now. So this is the right sides together. And I'm creasing this, I'm folding this right at the seam allowance itself, so that my seam becomes encased in the seam allowance here. So I'm pressing this so that my seam allowance Now I have right sides together, and I'm going to sew this again 1/4 inch. So I've taken 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch, which is my 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm going to pull my threads back and again sew the width of the presser foot the other 1/4 inch. That's my French seam. Now this will get pressed to one side. Okay. I'm going to press this. I'm going to press this. To one side, so it would either press this way or the other way. All right, and it would be nice and flat. It looks like a seam on one side, and then because it's a sheer fabric, you see an enclosed seam allowance on the other side. You don't see raw edges. Okay, so that's your French.